center. It's Leonard on second and goal. Takes the snap, tosses to the right. Coleman stretches it into the end zone, standing up for the opening touchdown.
Exactly how you want to start under the Mike Elko era.
Coleman straight ahead, huge hole inside the 10, the 5, into the end zone, touchdown! Wow! Coleman right up the gut. Here's the snap, gonna keep it on the ground, running left. Huge hole, Waters inside the 30, runs through a couple arm tackles, and now he's gone! 10-5 touchdown! Coleman's got one, Waters got one, and it's 13-0. Leonard has Tom again, looking down the left sideline. He's got Calhoun inside the 30, high stepping his way out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Goodness, this offense looks like the real deal right now.
We've been very multidimensional in how we've attacked people through 2 games. You've seen us throw the ball effectively. You've seen us run the ball with the quarterback. You've seen us run the ball with our running backs. We've gotten a lot of different pass catchers involved in the game. And we're really just trying to take advantage of our personnel and the matchups we can get them in.
We go into games and we play a good first half, and this week our goal is to play a full game the same way we play the first half, so every week we have a chip on our shoulder.
I want it to look like it has when it's been humming to this point more consistently.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. One quarterback's gonna start right here. You're gonna say, black, black, go. You're gonna take a little drop, you're gonna end up right in the middle, okay? I'm gonna point. If I point, this is where we go. Inside the cone, back around. Feet are always apart. Inside the cone, inside the box, back to the middle, okay? And I'll just point, here, there, there, there. I'll give you 3 movements. After the third one, I'll say feet, 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 and I'll say left. You just snap your feet as if you're throwing to the left, or you snap your feet as if you're throwing to the right. Are we good? One at a time. Here we go. Ready?
So Kevin was a name that I was always familiar with. He was at Indiana with Kevin Wilson when I was at Bowling Green, and we played him in back-to-back years. And that was probably the first time I really crossed paths, and then just kind of followed his career, and was really excited with the people he had worked with. He had worked with Cliff Kingsbury at Texas Tech. He had worked with Kevin Wilson, like I said, and then he worked with Mike Norvell at Memphis for a couple years. And so I thought he had been around some really great offensive minds. Watched a lot of his film with what he did at Memphis when Mike left, and he was running it himself, and thought what he had blended together looked really good. And so we started talking, and I was able to get Kevin to come join us here.
Here we go. Drive him up high. Drive him up high. Big arms, big arms, big arms. Pick it up, put it down. Pick it up, put it down. Good. Bring a hitch. Nice job, man. Nice job, buddy. Nice job. Out left into the boundary. Out left into the boundary. That's awesome, Terry. That's awesome. Squeeze it. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good tempo, good pace. Good. Nice progression. Hang, hang. Good. And if you don't like any of that, you run like the wind, okay? 8 backs. The Sam will be like right here. You come run right at me and you go right around me, and then you work your course right through here. The quarterbacks will never let you cross that hash. Understand? Mike, step! That's it right there, bud. That is it.
When Coach Johns and the whole staff came in, we knew that the whole offense was going to be different. So the playbook was going to be completely different. Routes were different. So we knew that for us to be good and where we want to go, we have to go in and get more and more reps, like way more than before. That means like during camp, after practice, or even in spring ball workouts when we wasn't doing nothing, we had some downtime. We had to go throw and get that timing down. That's from press or zone or off man.
He's very detailed in what he does. Obviously, that's something that jumped out within our first phone call. But I also think he's very diligent in how we utilize our personnel. I think we attack defenses, and I think we do it with the right matchups with the right people. And that was kind of what I was looking for, a guy who could mold his offense around the personnel that we had.
Leonard from the shotgun. Here's the snap. He rolls to the right. Plenty of time looking downfield. Lost it for more. He's got it at the 34. Steps inside at the 30. 20, 15, cuts right, and he dives down to the 1-yard line.
I think our confidence starts with Coach Johns. I mean, you can see how much he loves his job. He's always thinking about football. And I think that's what we need, somebody who wants to win at all costs. And that's what I want to do. I want to win. I want to find a way to win. That's all I'm worried about is winning. That's what our team's worried about. So we have confidence in Coach Johns because he loves this game as much as we do, and he put us in positions make plays and to keep the chains moving.
The advantage I always had as a defensive coordinator was I had an offensive-minded head coach that I could pick his brain about what is the offense seeing here, how does the offense view this, and so I always looked at defense through the eyes of the offense, and it helped me kind of understand what offenses were trying to do, how they were trying to attack people, and I think that helped me prepare for them. And I think that's the role that I've tried to play with our offensive staff is, like, I maybe don't know the ins and outs of how to put an offense together, but I can look at a defense and kind of tell you structurally where I think we could attack them or how they may react to something or how they're going to respond to something that we do. And I think that's the kind of the tools I try to provide them with. To be successful as a program in the modern era, we have to score points. I think nobody's hiding from that. And if you look at the defensive coordinators in the country who are successful head coaches, I think they've all figured that out, that, you know, maybe the value we add is how we can attack a defense or seeing things that a defense presents that maybe we can take advantage of, but that you know, the best strategy isn't handcuffing our offense to protect our defense. We've got to go out and we've got to allow them to execute and score points for us to go out and be successful.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Gatorade and our commitment to fuel tomorrow. By Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And by Coke Zero Sugar. With zero sugar and refreshingly delicious, is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself.
I need to try it first.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box.
It's Ford Truck Month. America, you know what to do. Now's the time to get after the best deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 45 years straight. Also, great offers on Ford Ranger and Ford Maverick. Ford Truck Month is here, so let's get after it. Place your order for a 2023 F-150 and lock in 2.9% APR for 60 months. See your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Using the Theragun is my favorite thing to do in between practice and lift and also after practice. It's kind of an all-in-one tool and it's super quiet and extremely powerful. It helps me recover exponentially faster.
I need to try it first.
So we just got word that Leonard, the freshman, is going to get his first career start here for Duke. Gunnar Holmberg was hurt in their game last week, so Riley's going to get the start today.
Leonard takes a snap, going to throw this time. Pressure comes in his face. He goes to the right. It's deflected, but caught by Durant, who sneaks in for the touchdown. He'll keep it himself, has a first down and more. Leonard galloping to the end zone for the touchdown.
A lot has changed for me, the speed of the game especially. Being a freshman last year is kind of hard to take over that leadership role. I was a backup for most of the year, and most guys, it's hard to follow a true freshman.
Here's the snap. Leonard has time again, looking down the left sideline. He's got Calhoun inside the 30, high stepping his way out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
He knew the game plan. He came out confident. He just led the whole offense. You know, he just brought that energy out there to the whole offense, and we came along with him.
Three wideouts to the left as they work off the right hash. Going to throw again, this time down the right sideline. Got his man again. In stride, Hagens. Touchdown! What a strike
Leadership and courage are the two things that stood out to me the most. Really just changing who I am whenever I step on the football field. And I need to, show different ways of doing so, but, just showing the team that they can trust in me and they believe in me to lead them to a win.
The toughness that a quarterback takes the field with, I think, is more important than anything else. We got to send a tough quarterback out on the field because it's hard to win college football games. It's hard to win in the ACC, and so we need a tough quarterback. I think that's number one. Number two, we need a quarterback that can fix problems on the field and mentally knows what's going on and can make the adjustments. One of the things that we're going to do in our scheme when we signal a play and the quarterback never looks back to the sideline, so he fixes everything. Protections, runs, all those things. So we put a lot on their plate, and we need somebody mentally to handle it. And so far, our guys are doing a really good job. There! Figure eight, figure eight, figure eight. Come on, Clark, get the ball. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There! Figure eight, back foot, back foot, back foot. Eyes downfield, eyes downfield, eyes downfield. There! Back foot, back foot, back foot.
Coach Johns and I talk all the time about preparation, and one of our favorite sayings is nerves only come from lack of preparation. So coming into the first game this year, I was fully prepared, and that really, helped me slow the game down a lot compared to last year.
Leonard from the shotgun. Here's the snap. He rolls to the right. Plenty of time looking downfield. Lost it for more. He's got it at the 34. Steps inside at the 30. 20, 15, cuts right, and he dives down to the 1-yard line. It'll be first and goal.
He's taught me a lot of things about quarterback. Before I was with him, I was pretty antsy in the pocket. My throwing motion was a little off, and a lot of other things. But after being with him for a while, I think I look like a true pocket passer when I'm in the pocket and run when I'm out the pocket. So
first of all, there's a level of character that you want in your quarterback, because you know that the guy you put at the quarterback position is going to be the figurehead of your offense. And so to us, character is a big piece of the evaluation, and I think we're fortunate in the room because we've got 4 quarterbacks or 5 quarterbacks who all have great character. And so that's a starting point, because if it's not a kid that the team's going to look at and respond to, he has no chance. Then from a leadership standpoint, I think you can develop leadership skills. I don't know that necessarily you develop leadership skills as a quarterback, but I do think you can develop leadership skills, and you just try to educate Riley and all of our team on how to lead through their own personality and find ways that they can affect people, because that's what leaders have to do. They have to be able to affect people, but do it in their own way, because there's no set way to go about leading. And so I think Riley's kind of going into that.
This is 8 months in the making, and it's a pretty complex scheme that we have, but I've finally gotten to the point where Coach Johns trusts me to, take the keys to the car and, take over the offense. So it took me a little while to get going, but now that I'm here, I trust the offense and know the offense very, very well.
I think he throws the ball very accurately. I think he can throw the ball all over the field. There's really not a lot of throws that he can't make. I think as he continues to get more and more comfortable with what we're doing and what defenses are presenting to him, I think he'll even get better and better with how he's doing it. And then I've told people this from day one, he is more athletic than anybody gives him credit for, and he can run.
Across the 45 and 40, down the left sideline 30. Leonard inside the 20, he'll dive down to the 14. Oh, he can run too.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family-owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
It's Ford Truck Month. America, you know what to do. Now's the time to get after the best deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 45 years straight. Also, great offers on Ford Ranger and Ford Maverick. Ford Truck Month is here, so let's get after it. Place your order for a 2023 F-150 and lock in 2.9% APR for 60 months. See your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Duke Football 360 with Dave Harding, presented by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
I have a pretty good feeling we're going to talk a lot about Duke quarterback Riley Leonard this season. A lot of that attention is going to be on his passing ability and being able to throw the football down the field with great accuracy. Today I want to focus on his athleticism. What does he do with the ball in his hands on the ground? This is against Northwestern, the second drive out. First down play, the Blue Devils go to a passing play, and Northwestern blitzes somebody up the middle that they don't have an answer for. What turns into a potential sack and a loss of 8 yards, Riley Leonard turns into a 5-yard gain, keeping the offense on schedule and on the field, moving down, continuing the drive. Takes a lot of guts to turn your back to a would-be tackler and run away from him on the field. And that just shows the confidence that Leonard has in his quickness and his ability to evade pressure and evade would-be tacklers. This is the very next play. Second down, we're going to see a designed run. This is a zone read. Leonard is reading this defensive end to see what he does. If he crashes down, he's going to keep the ball. That's exactly what happens. Defensive end crashes. Leonard keeps it. And when you've got a quarterback that can run the football, you buy yourself some extra blockers. So he turns a second down and 5 situation into a first down using his athleticism and his ability to run the football on the ground. It doesn't always come just because of Leonard's athleticism. Look at the offensive line doing a great job blocking up front, putting hats on hats defensively. Look at this backside combination between the right guard and right tackle. John Gillott, the right tackle, throws his defensive lineman down into the ground, gets his shoulder square up the field, eats up the linebacker. You've got a running back in this case coming down the field because you can steal an extra blocker if the quarterback's running. So many advantages to having an athletic quarterback. So now you got first down, you're driving, you got a little momentum, you just ran the zone read. This time, Leonard does not keep the ball, but it's a zone read look nonetheless, and the ability for him to hurt a defense running the football on the outside freezes up this backside defensive end and takes him completely out of the play. He hands it off to Jordan Waters. 42 yards later, it's a Blue Devil touchdown, but a lot of that is because, number one, they were put in the position by Riley Leonard to stay on the field by running around, evading tackles, getting up the field, creating first downs. But also, it's that threat of him running on the outside that forces number 91 here, this backside defensive end on the zone read, to put his feet into the ground, slows him down. That slows the flow of the defense. And take a look at the offensive line. We've got to give them credit. Look at these two blocks here. Stopping the flow of the defensive linemen. And then you've got pullers, John Gillott, the right tackle. This is Jacob Monk, the center, pulling around, doing a great job of pushing the flow of the linebackers and creating a massive hole. Got to credit the left tackle too, Graham Barton. Take a look, running his defensive end basically out of screen. A great cut by Jordan Waters. And you got a massive hole, some missed tackles, and a touchdown. A lot of this obviously comes from working as a team. All 11 players on offense doing what they're supposed to be doing to keep the ball moving down the field. But a big factor in all of that is Riley Leonard, the quarterback, and his ability to keep plays alive, stay on schedule offensively, running the football.
It's showtime, it's your time. It's game time, it's go time. You got one shot at a gold mine.
More wide on that side. Panko, the lone man on the right. Coleman in the backfield to the right of Leonard. Here's the snap on 3rd and goal. Has some time, looking downfield to the end zone. It is caught! Jordan Moore, a toe tap for the touchdown!
I think that Jordan Moore is one of the fiercest competitors I've ever been around. And so when it's time to play anything, he wants to win. So he's embraced everything we've asked him to do. It's scary how many different things he can do and really do at a high level. So I'm extremely excited to see how he does, and really I'm excited to have the responsibility of being creative and finding different ways of putting the ball in his hands.
I was always raised to take everything with like how it is, and you can't really control what happens to you, but you have to react to what happens. And when I got some reps at wide receiver, I just want to make the best of it, and ultimately I want to win. And if that helps the team win, then that's what I want to do.
Kid's are just natural athlete. He been a natural athlete. He can catch the ball, run very well. So now it's just him coming out here to run routes, and he's pretty natural at that too. So I never had a doubt that he could make that switch.
Before the ball snap, he knows exactly where the ball's going for the most part, and I know exactly what he's gonna do based on different coverages and feel for the game. Sometimes we actually go out there. We get in trouble sometimes for doing this, but we kind of play a little backyard football sometimes. When the pocket breaks down, things like that. So he definitely knows how to make a play, and he complements my game.
I feel like I have really good chemistry with Riley, and a really good understanding of the offense, and I think we play well off each other. And the technicalities of the actual position, I've been working a lot with Coach Zahn. He's been helping me a lot, and all the other receivers have been very supportive. So, just extra work after practice, before practice. I feel like the harder you work, the better you get at things.
Watching the film from last year, and then even watching some of the early parts of winter workouts, it was very apparent that Jordan Moore was an explosive athlete. And while we thought he obviously had a chance to be our starting quarterback, and he did all the way through the middle part of training camp, we always in the back of our mind knew, okay, if this doesn't work out for him at quarterback, we've got to find a way to get him involved. And we didn't want to do it purely as a wildcat, because I just felt like it would limited the effect that he could have. And so, I think we were able to get him out at wide receiver and do some things, and I just think his role will continue to grow and grow as the year goes on.
My goal was that, and me and Jordan talked about it all the time, we're not competing against each other. If I go out there and I play my best football every single day, I'll win the job. If he does the same and he plays his best football every single day, he'll win the job. We didn't compete against each other but ourselves, and we both had a lot to work on, and we both got a lot better. Obviously now we're happy to be where we're at, and I think that's the best fit for this team.
Ever since he got here, Riley's been one of my closest friends. We go fishing together, we hang out outside of football. So yeah, I feel like we play well off each other. He trusts me, I trust him, and I feel like it's just fun being out there with him.
We do a lot of stuff together off the field, and I think without the quarterback competition, we wouldn't be as close, but we both really understood each other, and over the past year, we've grown a lot, and I can depend on him on anything. And now that I'm throwing the ball to him, it all kind of pays off. It's kind of like the perfect story.
I'm having a lot of fun. It feels like backyard football really when I'm out there, and if the coaches trust me to put me in those positions, then I have confidence in myself to make the plays.
Send no blitz. Send no blitz.
Start playing and never stop playing. You get the most from the game when you're having fun.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box.
Using the Theragun is my favorite thing to do in between practice and lift, and also after practice. It's kind of an all-in-one tool, and it's super quiet and extremely powerful. It helps me recover exponentially faster.
There's a reason every Odyssey is named after the Odyssey. Because the world's most famous story isn't about staying put. It's about being there. So for those who want a story to tell, we have a world full of places to start.
Send no blitz. Send no blitz. Start playing and never stop playing. You get the most from the game when you're having fun.
You bring fire, you bring passion, you bring energy, you bring physicality. You get after them for 60 minutes. All night. You win a rep, you stand up, you get after them again. You lose a rep, you get right back in their face, and you get after them for it again. You don't stop. You don't stop. 60 minutes, all night, everything you've got.
Lock into the details. Lock into the details. Put your foot down. No brakes. It's no brakes. Brakes off the car. You got me? Put your foot down. Every snap, every play. Details. Lock in. Execute.
We are not last year, we're not the year before that, and we're not 8 years before that. We are our own group of bad. Do what you've been trained to do.
And Johnson's got it! He fumbled it! And the Blue Devils have it!
I think confidence comes from preparation. I think we're learning how to prepare to be a successful football team. And because of that, and then having some glimmers of on-field success, I think we're starting to get the confidence that you would want and look for. Obviously, we've still got to figure out ways to continue to sustain that over time. But I think so far it's been a good start. I think as we went back and watched the film of the first two games, really, there were too many drives where I feel like we stalled ourselves, whether we made a bad read or ran a bad route or missed a block, or we just have stalled ourselves a little bit. And I think if we can eliminate that part of it, there's no reason why we can't be even more explosive than we have been.
He's ready, and here's the snap. Gonna throw, four-man rush. He's got time, looking down the right sideline, and he's got it complete. Stepping out of a tackle is Pankel. Across midfield, 30, 20, 15, 10, and all the way down to the Northwestern 6-yard line.
We've probably hit about 60% of our stride, and we've had some moments where we've looked really good. If we could figure out a way to keep the focus level where it needs to be, keep the execution where it needs to be, and sustain it over a full 4 quarters, we could really be something special.